We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Washington football team. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready, and we are underway from MetLife Stadium. On first down, Wentz eluding the pressure right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Lefty, lefty. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 24, check 24. Alert 3, alert 3.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Play action, now Wentz.
Got a man, that's Colin Johnson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Tried to pick catch it, and the ball's loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Howell got a man. It's Brown. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Here's Gibson. Down to about the 22 here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
I have to admit I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Back to throw. Howell. This will be caught at about the 6. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. He loses a full 5 yards there on the sack, and it also brings up 4th down, 4th and goal. And his kick here is good.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's a give to Barkley. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Wentz now on 1st down. And the catch made by Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender will.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
They run the jet sweep now for Tony. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Wentz now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep, Alex Erickson. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
To throw on second down.
Howell, he'll get this off to Gurley.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Throwing on first down.
Howell.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all, and Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year. And we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th. Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On first and 10.
Howell slings this deep from McLaurin. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin, his 11th touchdown of the year.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Throwing deep for Galladay. And this one is incomplete. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense.
And got his man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Open man is Galladay, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Wentz again. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Colin Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is down to a field goal. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room. A run here for J.D. McKissic. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw. Howell. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. On 1st down, Howell. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. Throwing after the interception, Howell. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick-6 on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Howell. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession.
So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Howell. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Howell. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to get to the 31. Enough for the first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now a man open down the middle of the field. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Looking to throw. Howell. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And Washington has retaken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now 17-14.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Wentz. He finds his man Johnson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
From the red zone now, Wentz. Throw that side, complete to Tony. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. They'll try to run with Breida. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Carson Wentz keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. Gano the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Howell. Thomas has got it. Complete.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Howell. Open man is Samuel, complete. Throwing on first down. Howell looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Howell. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Howell. And his throw here is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Howell. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And Washington has taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe 1 block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, or that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to run with it.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Throwing now is Wentz.
Quick completion here to Johnson. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Throwing on first is Wentz.
Here's Tony on the quick slant.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On second down, here's Barkley. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. On play action, Wentz. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jared Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will make this a 4-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business. And
this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And Washington has taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. Switch. Man, 5-7. Mike 19.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Johnson's got it complete. 7 yards the pickup there. To throw is Wentz. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Montez Sweat in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now Wentz. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 39. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Running room down to the 32. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds.
So it's Washington getting the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.